Have you ever been hospitalized for your mental health? Chapter 12. The Road to Emotional Freedom. Moving Forward. The journey toward emotional freedom is not a quick fix, nor is it an easy one. For many men, especially those who have spent decades suppressing their emotions, the road to emotional health can feel long and difficult. However, it is a journey worth embarking on, because the freedom that comes with emotional openness is not only liberating but transformative. In this final chapter, we offer a message of hope and empowerment. We highlight the steps men can take to move forward from emotional suppression, encouraging them to embrace vulnerability, practice self-compassion, and commit to a life of emotional health. The road to emotional freedom is one of self-discovery, growth, and healing, and it begins with a single step: acknowledging the need for change. 1. Acknowledging the need for change. The first and most crucial step on the path to emotional freedom is recognizing that emotional suppression is harming your mental and physical well-being. It's not easy to admit, especially when you've spent so much time and energy hiding your feelings, but it's essential to face the truth. Suppressing emotions only leads to internalized pain, which can manifest in a variety of ways: stress, anxiety, anger, depression, and even physical ailments. Acknowledge that bottling up your emotions is not a healthy or sustainable way to live. It takes courage to admit that emotional suppression has held you back from living your fullest life. But in that acknowledgement lies the power to break free from the cycle. Key points to consider. Emotional suppression impacts every area of life: mental, physical, social, and relational. The first step toward healing is understanding the scope of its effects. Taking responsibility for your emotional health is empowering. It puts you in the driver's seat of your journey toward emotional freedom. The acknowledgement itself is a profound act of vulnerability and courage. 2. Practicing self-compassion. Self-compassion is one of the most important tools men can use to heal from emotional suppression. For many men, especially those who have been taught to be self-reliant and tough, showing kindness and understanding to oneself can feel foreign. But self-compassion is essential for emotional healing because it allows men to be gentle with themselves as they navigate the difficult work of confronting and expressing their emotions. Self-compassion means recognizing that it's okay to have flaws, to make mistakes, and to struggle with emotions. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend who is going through a tough time. Ways to practice self-compassion. Acknowledge your emotions without judgment. When emotions arise, instead of criticizing yourself for feeling vulnerable, practice self-acceptance. Tell yourself, it's okay to feel this way. I am allowed to feel. Treat yourself as you would treat a friend. If you were comforting a friend going through emotional struggles, you wouldn't tell them to just get over it. You would offer understanding, support, and encouragement. Extend the same compassion to yourself. Let go of perfectionism. Emotional health isn't about being perfect or never feeling vulnerable. It's about learning to accept your emotional ups and downs without self-criticism. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. 3. Embracing vulnerability as strength. As you continue on your journey toward emotional freedom, you'll likely face the challenge of embracing vulnerability. For many men, vulnerability is still equated with weakness. This harmful belief holds men back from fully experiencing the power of authentic emotional expression. But vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, it's an act of bravery. It takes courage to open up, to express your true feelings, and to seek help when you need it. Vulnerability is the pathway to deeper connections with others, stronger relationships, and emotional well-being. It allows men to be true to themselves and to build trust with those around them. Embracing vulnerability means being honest about your feelings. Rather than hiding or suppressing your emotions, you embrace them. You express how you feel, whether you're sad, frustrated, overwhelmed, or joyful, without fear of judgment. Asking for help when needed. Vulnerability involves recognizing that you don't have to go through life alone. It's okay to reach out for support, whether that means confiding in a friend, talking to a therapist, or joining a support group. Being open to connection. True connection with others comes from shared vulnerability. By opening up about your emotions, you invite others to do the same, fostering stronger, more meaningful relationships. 4. Building a new definition of masculinity. The journey to emotional freedom also involves redefining what it means to be a man. For generations, men have been taught that strength is about emotional suppression, independence, and invulnerability. However, this outdated definition of masculinity is not only harmful to men's mental health, it's limiting. A healthy, modern definition of masculinity embraces emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and vulnerability. Men can be strong and capable while also acknowledging and expressing their emotions. It's time to redefine what it means to be a man, one who is emotionally aware, mentally healthy, and open to growth. How to redefine masculinity, challenge outdated norms, reflect on the societal pressures and traditional views of masculinity that have shaped your behavior. Question whether these beliefs serve your well-being or hold you back from living authentically. Embrace a holistic view of strength. Strength is not about hiding emotions. It's about facing them head-on and growing from them. True strength comes from the courage to be emotionally honest and vulnerable. Support other men in their emotional growth. Redefining masculinity isn't just about personal growth. It's also about supporting other men in their emotional journeys. Be a role model for vulnerability and encourage your peers to do the same. 5. Taking action, practical steps for ongoing emotional health. Moving forward requires consistent action. Emotional health is not a one-time fix. It's an ongoing process that requires commitment and intention. As you continue on the road to emotional freedom, it's essential to incorporate practices into your daily life that support your emotional well-being. Practical steps for ongoing emotional health. Regularly check in with yourself. Make a habit of checking in with your emotions. Ask yourself, how am I feeling today? And take note of any emotions that arise. Regular self-reflection helps prevent emotional suppression from creeping back in. Seek professional support when needed. Don't hesitate to reach out to a therapist or counselor if you're struggling with emotional challenges. Professional support can provide valuable guidance and tools for managing your emotions. Engage in mindful practices. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or deep breathing exercises can help you stay grounded and in touch with your emotions. These practices also reduce stress and increase emotional resilience. Cultivate healthy relationships. Surround yourself with people who encourage emotional honesty and support your growth. Healthy, supportive relationships are key to maintaining emotional health. 6. Moving forward with hope and empowerment. As you move forward, remember that emotional freedom is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. You will encounter challenges, setbacks, and difficult emotions along the way, but with each step, you will grow stronger, more self-aware, and more in tune with your true self. Embrace the journey with hope and empowerment. By breaking free from emotional suppression, you are giving yourself the gift of emotional health, deeper connections, and a richer, more fulfilling life. You are not alone on this journey, and you have the power to heal, grow, and live a life that is truly free. The road to emotional freedom is one of self-discovery, self-compassion, and strength. As you continue forward, know that every step you take brings you closer to a life of emotional health, fulfillment, and inner peace. Embrace the freedom to feel, to express, and to live authentically because you deserve it. Conclusion: embracing a healthier future. As men between the ages of 35 and 55 navigate the complexities and challenges of life, it is more important than ever to break free from the silent burden of emotional suppression. The danger of bottling up emotions is not just a theoretical concept, it is a real and pressing issue that affects men's mental, physical, and relational well-being. However, the path to emotional freedom is not only possible, it is within reach. The journey toward healing begins with acknowledging the harmful impact of emotional suppression. It requires a willingness to face difficult truths, confront long-held beliefs, and adopt a new approach to emotional expression. As men become more self-aware and begin to open up, they will experience the profound benefits of emotional health, increased resilience, deeper relationships, and a more fulfilling sense of self. Embracing vulnerability is key to this transformation. Vulnerability is not a weakness. It is a sign of strength. It is the courage to express true feelings, to ask for help when needed, and to embrace the full spectrum of human experience without shame. By shifting the narrative around emotional expression, men can redefine what it means to be strong in a healthy, emotionally balanced way. The journey of emotional freedom is not a solitary one. It requires support, connection, and the understanding that emotional health is a lifelong pursuit. As men lean into vulnerability, practice self-compassion, and build a network of trusted individuals, they lay the foundation for lasting well-being. Ultimately, this book is an invitation to embrace a healthier future, one where emotions are not suppressed or hidden but acknowledged, expressed, and celebrated. By doing so, men can lead richer, more authentic lives, free from the constraints of emotional suppression. The road ahead is one of growth, healing, and empowerment. It is a road that leads to a life that is truly lived authentically, openly, and with emotional freedom. The future is bright, and it begins with the courage to feel.